Hey guys, so I just thought of something. It's just how to say it. Okay, so we're gonna talk about DCOMs. So people that don't know what DCOM is, it's Disney Channel original movies. And let me tell you, I've realized a couple of things about DCOMs in later years. Now, personal opinion, if you were to ask me about any DCOM in current time that isn't Teenage Movie or Descendants, which I think Teenage Movie is becoming a couple of years now, but like Descendants, like if you don't ask me about any of those, I wouldn't know anything about current DCOMs. But if you ask me like about Frenemies, Starstruck, Lemonade Mouth, High School Musical, Camp Rock, Jump In, the Princess Protection Program. If you ask me about any of those, I'll tell you as much as I possibly can, especially about High School Musical, because I was addicted as a child. But current DCOMs, I wouldn't know anything for shit. I feel like a lot of things that happened with Disney in later years has been that, how can I say it? Things have changed, and they kind of lost ideas. Like the thing with the ideas of DCOMs is that some of them have been reuse ideas, and you kind of feel like they're repeating themselves. Like, I would say if I were to rank DCOMs, and just a reminder that if there are a sequel, that I will put them in separates. Yes, not as a franchise. And just to point it out, High School Musical 3 is not a DCOM. It came out in the cinema, which at first, which is not, therefore it's not DCOM. It's a Disney Channel movie, but it's not a DCOM. It's a difference. But if I were to like rank my top 5 at the top of my head, no, I can't do that on top of my head. I would have to do top 10. DCOMs are really good, but honestly, I would end up mentioning, at least on my list. I can already tell you what will be my number 1, but I can tell you on the list, at least under my number 1, I would mention the original High School Musical movie. I would have mentioned Camp Rock and Camp Rock 2 Final Jam, just to point out the full name of it. I would point out Starstruck and Lemonade Mouth and Frenemies. I would point out those, but my favorite would be High School Musical 2. My point, and also Jump In. I can't forget Jump In. Holy shit! It literally introduced me to so much like hip hop type of music, and not hip hop is the type of dance that I'm dancing. For people I don't know. But DCOMs is a big part of my childhood, and I feel like DCOMs in later years hasn't been as good as the older ones. I think DCOMs back in the day were a lot better than the current time ones, but that's just my opinion, and that's just my old ass talking, because I'm turning 18 this year, and I grew up on those DCOMs as that I mentioned on my list. Like, I was 11 when Frenemies came out, and I was like 10 when Lemonade Mouth came out, for instance, in Camp Rock 2, and I was 4 turning 5 years old when High School Musical came out, and recently I think turned 6 when High School Musical 2 came out. And I'm pretty sure I went to the cinema to see High School Musical 3. I was like 7. But as you can see, I was young, and those are the movies I grew up on. Like, if you were to ask me now, what was the last DCOM movie I watched? It's literally right here. The last DCOM movie I watched with I'm not sure you can say anything. I watched it with my mother, and it was High School Musical 2. Which, yes, I got the extended version. I got, for High School Musical, I literally have, for the first one, the encore version, and for High School Musical 2 and High School Musical 3 senior year, I have the extended versions. I was hooked to High School Musical as a kid. But my point is that DCOMs are amazing, and I love them. But the best of the best DCOMs are hands down those that were in the, I would say, in the early 2000s, and maybe even late 2000s, but I will say that my ultimate favorite DCOMs, like I would mention Descendants and Teenage Movie. Also Descendants is, by the way, directed by the same person, Kenny Ortega, who is awesome, who directed High School Musical, like the same director that directed High School Musical. Just think about that. High School Musical, Descendants. But still, Kenny Ortega is a brilliant person, but High School Musical is better. High School Musical will always be the best thing that was ever created in this universe. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. No, but honestly, this is just me having a late night talk. Really, really late. What time is it? Summertime? No, wish it was. I'm supposed to be up at 6 a.m. The next day is 1:30 a.m. and I'm talking about DCOMs. Wow. But honestly, personally speaking, I think DCOMs were better in the early 2000s, or in the 2000s in general, especially with the High School Musical era being at the time. But tell me what you think. Oh, and this is where plays the movie, and also the Sweet Life movie, and wow, I watched a lot of DCOMs as a kid. Also, my hand is going to shake. No, but like, tell me what you think down below. Personally speaking, I think the best of the best DCOMs is hands down with High School Musical and High School Musical 2. But you tell me what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.